Yep. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Woo! Today is the fifth day of me showing up live here for you. And I'm so excited and so happy. And if you've been joining me, I want to say thank you so much. I truly appreciate you being here with me. I think I forgot to introduce myself yesterday, but I think by now you may know who I am. But my name is Oko Blessing Offam. I am a brand strategist. I work with entrepreneurs, coaches, consultants, and service providers to help you get from where you are to where you want to be, which is your goal, to grow your revenue and hit and grow to six figures. Okay, so if you are a coach, if you're a consultant or a service provider, and you're looking to grow, you have a goal in mind, of an income goal in mind, then reach out and let's talk. Okay. I do offer support and coaching, business coaching based on biblical principles. So if you're someone that may have an issue with that, then maybe we may not be able to, work together. But if you're open to that, and if you are yourself a kingdom-driven entrepreneur, someone that also loves Jesus, then hey, um, reach out to me. There are several ways that we can work together. Okay. So as I said, today is the fifth day, making one business week that we have been on this journey, and I believe I'm looking forward to next week. And I believe that it's going to change, as I said, even from the beginning. Every day, every week, we're going to improve. We're going to do some things differently. So for an example, I'm hoping that Fridays, maybe from next week, will be more of a fun Friday where we'll have maybe some games and, some other things. I'm also looking to hopefully soon have some guests join us. So there are a few things that I have in mind, or to really just help you, support you. So you could even, just set yourself to join me every day as part of your coaching training, because some of what I will be offering, much of what I'll be offering will be to help you elevate, to help you grow your business, to help you reach your goal, to offer you strategies, right? So today, as I said, today I may still, from next week, I think I will have the games. I will have some things that that will be making it a little bit more like a fun Friday. I do. I must be honest, though, that I'm kind of looking forward to tomorrow morning. I will miss you, but it will be a chance to, have a little bit more of my former morning routines. But it is well, I'm excited because the theme for this week has been doing things differently. So I going off on that theme, I have my notebook here and I have some things that I wrote. I don't even know when I wrote them, but I think it will bless you. So let's get into the conversation. What are we talking about? We're still talking about doing things differently, taking action and doing something different so that you can get a different result. Making up your mind to do something different. So whether it is to start a business, making up your mind that you're going to start a business, whether it is to write that book, just making up your mind that, you know what, I've been thinking about writing this book. Now I'm going to do more than just thinking about it. I'm going to actually set aside time every day, even if I do nothing but for 1 hour, sit down with a paper and pen that I'm going to write this book, or sometimes you can just decide this weekend, I'm dedicating it to doing this, just like I decided that I want to come live weekly for now. I have a target. I have a target in mind. But for now, this is what I want to do, and push myself, because it's not that it's so easy, but I'm pushing myself, meaning it's not something that will always be so easy and convenient. But because of the end goal you have in mind, because of where you're trying to get to, you are inspired to continue in spite of the difficulty. So I'll just read it and then we'll talk about it. The first one I underlined, I wrote execution. Um, and it says, what do you have to do to get to where you want to go? So that's the question. What do you have to do to get to where you want to go? So a lot of people have dreams, people have, visions, people have desires, right? They want to go somewhere. So what is it that you will need to do to get to that place? And of course, I'm an advocate for, not exchanging the soul. In other words, not doing things at the detriment of your soul as far as your relationship with Christ is concerned. So this is not saying, there are people that are ready to do whatever it takes, even if it means, sealing of their consciousness. No. But in this case, we're talking about within things that are approved of the Lord. What do you have to do to get to where you want to go? For anything, if you want to move from here to that place, it requires you to move, right? It requires you to move. Then if you want to get to that place faster, it requires you probably to implement some strategies, use something that propels you there, or go faster. Things have to happen. Things have to happen. So you're going to have to move. Thank you so much for joining me. I don't know who are let me just check. I've not been checking, but I want to check today too. Thank you so much, those of you that are joining me. I'm not able to see who you are, but I appreciate you being here with me. Okay. So let's continue the conversation. As I said, what is it that you have to do? So there's a passage in the Bible that talks about before you set out to build a house, you count the cost. So you know what is going to take you to build this house. So the desire that you have, the goal that you have you sat down to think about what is it going to cost me to be able to get there? Excuse me. What is it going to cost me to be able to get to this destination or to get to this place? So it says, what do you have to do to get to where you want to go? What is it that you have to do to get to where you want to go? It might require changing some things in your life, your time, your schedule. It might require, doing things differently. Absolutely. Sometimes it might require coming out of your comfort zone, doing something that you're not necessarily comfortable with. Sometimes it might require you doing something that stretches you, like coming alive every day, right? So what is it that you have to do? So it means you have to sit down and think about what is it that you actually need to be doing and you have to do in order to get to where you want to go. And then it says, are you willing to pay the price? And are you willing to execute? And indeed, I think they used to say if wishes were horses, beggars will ride or something like that. I've heard that. Meaning a lot of us have a lot of plans, a lot of desires, but we're not willing to pay the price. The honest truth is that we're not willing to pay the price. Excuse me. So like when we're in school, to get a college degree, they don't just give you the college degree. They give you the college degree because you take time and you study and you attend classes and you pass your exams. That's why they give you the college degree. So there are some people that are not willing to pay that price. Well, apart from the financial price, right? The price of investing your time, investing your energy, your attention, the sacrifice of getting up and attending classes, even when you don't feel like going to classes because there's an attendance requirement. So what is it? Are you willing to pay the price? And are you willing to execute? Sometimes we're willing, we know what to do, but we're not really ready to pay the price. We're not really ready to execute. What are you willing to do? What is the risk you're willing to take? What is the sacrifice you're willing to make to get what you want or to get to where you want to go, where you want to reach? What are the sacrifices you're willing to make? What are the risks you're willing to take? And what are you willing to do? And when I mention sacrifice, of course, one of my main values in the Blessing Inspire brand is that whatever you have to do, that sacrifice ought not to involve your soul. So whatever sacrifice you have to make is fine, but let it not involve exchanging your standing with the Lord. Let it not involve you having to give up things that are spiritual in nature. I don't know if you understand, especially let's say it's something that kills your prayer life completely, or things that require you to go against biblical principles or biblical values. That's not the sacrifice we're talking about. But it may be a sacrifice of sleep. It may be a sacrifice of social time. It may require a new type of discipline. It may require you setting boundaries, saying no to things, right? It may require you giving up things that you love, that you enjoy. It might require you giving up that TV program, that TV show, so that you can focus that time on working on where you're trying to get to. Just like when you're a student in the university, if you're the type of student that just loves to go to every event happening on campus, or you just enjoy, being with friends, and, you just enjoy, even when you go to the library, it's a social time, that you're not ready, you're not making a sacrifice. So many times you have to decide, okay, friends are hanging out, but I need to study, guys. I'm going to be in my room studying, or I'm going to go to the student lounge. Like you set yourself different, you do things different because of where, I want to get a better grade, or I need to get a good grade for this class. So what are you willing to do, to risk, to sacrifice, to get what you want, or to get to where you want to go? Yeah. And then I have another one that I talk about here. If you're joining me still, please, if you can just hit the like button, or even share this live to someone else, to share it individually on your socials, that would be nice. I don't know why I'm not seeing the comments. I know some person said they posted some things yesterday, but I couldn't see it. I'm not seeing anything now either, but it's all right. I appreciate you joining me and even watching later. I believe even when you watch later, you're able to leave some comments as well. I believe so. In the form of a chat, you're able to chat. Okay. So the next thing that I wrote here says, suddenly you realize the future you thought was so far is here, and you're not exactly where you thought you should be. I was like, wow. How quickly the years pass, right? How quickly the years pass. It's 2024. I can't believe it. For a moment, we were in a pandemic, and that seemed like the world stood still and the year was just going to be forever. It was going to be so long. I can't believe that now we're in 2024. So I read the quote again, says, suddenly you realize the future you thought was so far is here. That is how it will be. Because we keep thinking of the future and thinking the future is so far. And if you are a parent, you've seen how quickly the kids are growing and how quickly they do grow up. Even if you're not a parent, you have kids in your life in some way or the other, you've seen how quickly they grow. Now I understand, because when I was younger, when I was a kid, I didn't used to get adults. Every time they saw me, or they saw us, me and my siblings, oh my God, you guys are grown. Oh, I said, what is wrong with these people? What do they mean? Like, I know we're growing, but I mean the dramatic, effects and all that things. I didn't understand it. What's going on with them? And then now I find myself doing the same thing. And in my mind, I said, I know these kids will be like, what? Is she okay? Because I see them at one stage, and especially like for me now, there's some people that I've not seen for a while. So when I see them and they're so grown and so big, and I'm like, it's, so shocked with like, oh, you're so grown. Especially you see them when they were like maybe a toddler. And then now you see them, they're almost like a teenager with grown, like a full grown adults. You're like, what? You see why? Because all that time that had been passing had kind of gone, you were not really feeling it. But suddenly you're faced with the reality that so this much time has really passed because of the physical growth that you see that has taken place. So even sometimes we'll be thinking, when I am this years old, I also remember that. I remember one of our teachers when we're younger, we said we could not wait to be 18 years old. So we can eat unlimited, sugar stuff and watch unlimited television. For so many reasons, we were like, we cannot wait. And that teacher said, I will tell you that you will get to a time that you wish you were back to this age. It was said, no, ever. And then, becoming 20, 30, 40 looks so far ahead. Like, whoa, that's like a long time. Then the years quickly show up. So you suddenly realize that the future you thought is so far is here. And you're not exactly where you thought you'd be. So in order to avoid the situation, it means we need to take action and we need to be willing and ready to make the sacrifices that are needed so that that future that we're thinking about will actually be different for us by the time that future comes. God tarrying, Jesus tarrying, and God sparing our lives. Because otherwise, we will be thinking that we have 10 years, 20 years, 30, 40, and we'll quickly soon realize that the days are going so fast that it's here. Indeed, it's amazing. It's amazing. Sometimes, you know, I have my child, like in 10 years time, you'll be this age, and it's like, yeah. But really, it's like, I really have to start thinking about that now. I have to start thinking about that now because it will be here before you blink, or like some say, you say Jackie Robinson, right? So the fact is, another one that I wrote is, the fact is, if you don't make a decision, if you don't do something different, 1, 5, 10 years from now, the only thing that will change is your age. Ouch. The fact is, if you don't make a decision, you don't get the help, you don't do something different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years from now, the only thing that would have changed is your age. And that's not what we are looking for, especially being in business. That's not what we're looking for. We're not looking for just time to pass. We're not looking to just be able to celebrate business anniversaries or our birthdays. We're not looking for the years to change. We're looking for things to be different and to change in our business, in our lives, in our achieving our goals. And so in order for that to happen, it requires us doing something different. It requires us being willing to make the sacrifice. It requires us being intentional and actually sitting down and counting the cost and seeing it's going to require this. Going into business is going to require a certain level of discipline, a discipline of setting aside time to work on the business, in the business, and also to deliver the services or the products to the clients. It's going to require you taking some courses, perhaps even getting coaching. It's going to require you working with a brand strategist so that you can avoid some mistakes and you can get to where you want to go to faster, right? So getting into business and starting a business, you're going to probably, the most, one of the most important things you will need to work on is going to be your mindset. It's going to be working to become the person. Why? You're going to meet discouragement. You're going to maybe even meet opposition, people who don't even really maybe support you in your business, or who, don't think the business you're doing. So there are so many things that you will face. If you're not determined to continue, then you're going to give up. And it's not only business, it's in anything that you want to do, you're seeking to do. So as today is the 5th day and today is Friday, I will be back here by God's grace on Monday and we'll continue the live. I just want to encourage you to do something different, to take the action necessary, needed. But you must sit down and also consider, what are the things that I need to do? What is it that I actually need to start doing? what are the things that are required in order for me to get from here to where I want to be. I know that for sure. One of it is that you have to move. You definitely have to move. If you want to get closer to the place ahead of you, you have to move forward towards it. You have to take some type of action to move forward towards it. And that action can look in so many different ways. But you cannot keep going round and round and round. Even though you're moving, you're not moving forward. Right? So like I said, be encouraged. If you've been joining me on this journey, take it as that. Take it as that you know what, I also am going to start doing something different, and then I'll be counting my days and seeing as I'm going. That's what I'm doing. I've never done I think when I first started to try to go on social media, I tried to do a YouTube live. I had no idea what I was doing. Till now, it's still on the back end of my YouTube. I'm able to see that I had actually scheduled a live. I don't know what happened. It didn't work out, so I just left it alone. This is the first time that I've actually okay, no, I've gone live. I've gone live before, but it wasn't just on YouTube. I was streaming it to different social media. And maybe I did that, I think, twice on YouTube. Yeah, I think I know I've gone live twice on YouTube before I started going live this week every day, right? So it's different. It's different, but we're determined to be on this journey, right? And you're determined to join me daily. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being a part of my journey. I look forward to being back on Monday. So until then, stay blessed and have an awesome rest of your day. Please subscribe to this channel if you're not already. Set your notification bell so that you get notified whenever I am live. And also, if you want to, we have some